Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Monday edition of Shortcut to Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. Today, I have with me the energy of Master Saint Germain, who wants to discuss the concept of finding yourself. And it's a very interesting subject. We'll give everyone an opportunity to come and join us. So today is called Finding Yourself, Master Saint Germain. It is Monday, January the 15th, 2024. What a beautiful day. Welcome. We live in a very, very fascinating time where there are different facets of your being that are distracting to you. You are finding a lot of dissatisfaction in the process of trying to find out who you are and what is your purpose, which you cannot get to if you are misperceiving who you are. If you are not perceiving who you are, you're going to be confused. Now, you have very interesting challenges facing you that did not exist 120 years ago. Some of those challenges include believing that the body is the sole locus of your identity. And nothing can be further from the truth, as the body is simply the projection system through which your consciousness emanates out into this physical world. Your consciousness emanates out into this physical world through the vehicle of your body. Think of it as the projection screen in a movie room, that the vehicle allows what is playing through it. When your light shines through it, you project onto the world then what you think you are through that body. Which brings us to the second consideration. So the self of the body is not who you are. It is not the center point of your identity. The body is, again, just the vehicle through which you shine your light into this world. Secondarily, there's this aspect of your being called your mind, the place where you keep and store information from this lifetime and all lifetimes, from all experience, this vast reservoir of experience of interacting with a physical and mental dimension. All that information is stored in your mind. Think of your mind as the film that goes through the projection system. It is not the locus of your identity either, nor is the body, but it is the film through which you project through the body and onto the world. You could say that if you look around you, then all of the existing conditions that you call your experience or your life are simply a function of that film expressed out through the body and appearing as it appears in the world around you to your five physical senses. To find yourself, it's important to make the distinction between your physical body and your mind. And I want to keep this as simple as it can possibly be kept. Neither the body nor the mind are the locus of your identity, unless you so believe that your body is who you are. Then you will be bound, of course, by the senses being that which would govern your sense of good and bad, right and wrong. Understand that sense perception is limited to the confines of pleasure and pain. And if you make your body the locus of your identity, then the functions of pleasure and pain from a physical perspective will be governing your experience of this physical dimension. And you will be lost in the experience of the body if you're simply loving the smells or enjoying the tastes or liking the sensation of soft or course. Likewise, the information in your mind can be very interesting and exciting and even fascinating at times, that you could believe or think that this thought in your mind is the be all and end all of your existence, that you can in fact believe that your thoughts are more real than you are. But either of these positions, the body or mind, if you choose to make them the locus of your identity, you will continue to feel dissatisfied with your existence, even while in this physical world. You may have information in your mind. You may have cultivated a physical body that may be pleasing to you. In that sense, you could enjoy your time in your mind and body. But for the vast majority of you, that is not usually the case. You find yourself repeatedly throughout the day satisfied one moment and dissatisfied the next. You have not found yourself, if you're bouncing back and forth between what is satisfactory and what isn't satisfactory. And so we go to this other layer to evaluate. So now you understand the film and the projector through which the film is moved. We come then to the other consideration of you, the awareness hearing these words, not the mind evaluating their meaning, but you, the awareness, hearing the words, that aspect of you, that invisible portion of your consciousness that is bound by neither thought nor flesh, which you are. This is still not the locus of your identity, but it is much closer to what you are than is the body, than is the information of your mind. Your awareness is one step closer to knowing who you are. And while it would seem that the concept of a divided self would make things difficult, when you come to the understanding of who you are, there shall be no difficulty in resolving that you are present at all points, body, mind, soul, and spirit, at all times, to recognize that there is a position where the locus of your identity is inclusive of all that is. In that moment where you realize and recognize that you are a part of all that is, and that all that is an aspect of you. You are it, and it is you. In that moment, you will know thyself. What your awareness allows you to do is distinguish between the thinking mind of the self, the sensations of the body, and your awareness. What then? And from whence comes your awareness? From where does your awareness originate? To place the distractions of your body aside, to place the thinking mind aside, you step away from the world. You step into an invisible world of being. The invisible world of being. And it is this invisible world of being that when you step into it sufficiently enough, that is, you pull yourself away from the distractions of the body, the distractions of the mind, then you move into this beautiful and delightful place of recognizing you are the light that shines through the mind, through the body, and out upon the world as the effects of your creative experiences. In this position of awareness, you are able then to reconsider what it is you are using as a film to project onto this world. That is, the thoughts, the ideas, the beliefs that you hold in your consciousness, to consider reevaluating them. For all of these thoughts, the ones that you hold within you from this lifetime and others, loan themselves to the experiences of your physical realm. And in the position where you are awareness, evaluating thought, evaluating idea, evaluating image, then you begin the process of the great transformation, the process of using your awareness as the light. You might even say the violet fire of light that shines very specifically and precisely into the mind, changing and altering what is there to be more representative of the state that is truly what you are. And it cannot be defined in words to you at this moment. If I were to define to you what you are in words, I would simply be defining you in words. Even in the explanation I offer you about finding yourself, the words get in the way, which makes it so important for you to begin this process of getting your mind and body out of the way sufficiently enough that you can begin to reflect upon yourself. And that reflection of its own vibrational nature will naturally result in the mind and body being affected into a transformative change, because you're no longer seeking to use the information of your mind or the senses of the body to try and make something new out of what already is. You move away from them. You become what you are as awareness, and in this position, you begin to effect a deliberate and precise consciousness change in the fabric of your mind and in the flesh of your body. You begin to shine a light that neither mind nor body can shine for you. You are that light that must learn to shine into and through your mind and body. This process of being what you are, recognizing that you can alter, change, and transform the thinking aspects of mind, you will also correspondingly affect the sensation functions of the body. That is, you will not be quite so attached or distracted by the sensations of the body, nor will you be so disturbed or distracted by the thoughts of your mind, as you now begin to recognize that there is a distinction between you as awareness, your thoughts, and your sensations of your body. The position of awareness differentiating that you are not the thoughts in your mind, that you are the awareness observant of the thoughts in the mind, that you are the awareness observant of the sensations of the body. And from this position, you can remain detached from either, but observant of both. And in this position, you can effect the necessary transformation in mind and body that would be conducive to allowing your light to begin to shine into this world as you truly are. For you are the light that you are to transmit into the world. The information in your mind and the sensations of your body are of this world. And the thoughts, the ideas, and the understanding that you as an awareness, that is, you're no longer identified as being a body, you're no longer identified as being the information of your mind, the locus of your identity becomes more inwardly centered. You become more aware that you are aware. Even the very act of contemplating being aware, not distracted by thought, not distracted by sensation, the mere act of becoming aware that you are aware will begin to give you some relief from the confusion that your mind might be keeping you trapped in. When you focus on your awareness being aware, and you pull your attention away from the thinking mind and the distractions of sensations, then you will begin to remember a little bit more effectively who you are. In fact, you will begin to experience a diminishment in the disturbances of emotion perpetuated by thought, because you're no longer focused on thought. You're focusing your awareness on being aware, contemplating yourself as the awareness within. In this, you continue to pull your attention away from the distractions of thought, memory, and anticipation. You begin to return to yourself, at least a much more effective version of yourself than your mind and body can perhaps provide you with. From this perspective of awareness, the ability to evaluate, contemplate, transform, and transmute thoughts in your mind becomes your ability. Your dominant skill then becomes evaluating carefully what thoughts you will allow your mind to think, what sensations you will allow yourself to indulge in. In this position, you now have authority over your physical body and your thinking mind. Now, there are realms of this manifestation of the self, of knowing yourself, of awakening to yourself, of being yourself. There are different degrees of expertise, if we can consider that word, different realms of expertise, in that there are individuals that have so recognized who they are independent of the thoughts and sensations of the body that they can perform what to you, the average individual, might be a miraculous ability, such as walking on fire, or being able to make the skin impenetrable, or being able to extend the life of the body for many, many years, or being able to perform the miracles of healing, which are ultimately natural phenomena of one's understanding of how their consciousness interacts with, alters, and changes the physical dimension. But what I speak of today gives any individual so willing to end their suffering the few simple steps of evaluation that begin the process of such a liberation, that you may be able to consider right now that the sensations of the body are not who you are, that the thinking thoughts of the mind are not who you are, that the awareness that you are, that aspect of self that observes the function of the thinking mind, that is the thoughts, the memories, the future concerns, the you that observes the sensations of the body, that is distracted by them, by the things that you eat and the things that you drink, often which are not very good for you. But this position of awareness allows you to step back from that, to realize I am awareness, aware of this sensation. I am awareness, aware of these thoughts, these memories, these anticipations. In this perspective of awareness, you do not necessarily have to be a proficient yogi or a mystic to begin the process of awakening. The mere act of beginning to contemplate your awareness, that you are simply aware, the very act of beginning to contemplate that your awareness, simply aware, undistracted by your thoughts, undistracted by sensation, you begin to initiate yourself into the realization of yourself. From the perspective of awareness, you are no longer bound by feeling subjective to the established creations of thought that were already placed in your mind before you had the opportunity to evaluate them. And you now find yourself in the position where you can have no thought, and you can choose thought deliberately, meticulously, and very precisely, surgically recognizing that every thought that you can choose to give attention to fully and completely shall become manifest. And in fact, the exact conditions of your life as it is right now are an exact replication of the thoughts in your mind, what you hold there as real, true, or false. What you hold in your mind is projected out into the experiences of your world, defined as the life that you call your life. But that is simply the costume placed upon you by the environment and from many lifetimes. And the moment you begin to contemplate your awareness, simply being aware, keeping your attention from thoughts, from memories, from emotions, you begin the process of knowing yourself, remembering yourself, becoming yourself as you are. Imagine if you were not disturbed or distracted by the thoughts in your mind or the sensations of your body. Imagine for a moment that you can sit in a dark, quiet room where no sound, no sight, no smell, no touch, no taste were to disturb you or distract you. And you are simply in that space, contemplating only the space. And that if any thoughts come into your mind, that you could simply focus on space, the blackness, the emptiness of space. But you know that you are still aware. And when you can get your mind and body sufficiently into such a place where they are not distracting you, then into the space of your consciousness, you may place thoughts and ideas and information to which manifestation will spontaneously occur when they are sufficiently attended to. And is that not a wonderful and simple consideration? That you can take your mind and your body and put them aside sufficiently enough that you are free to pursue the nature of your own being, free to consider what other possibilities might I consider than the ones that have been given me to consider from this environment. For you have been given many ideas to consider about what you should be or do or not be and not do from the world around you. To be able to place all of that aside and give yourself a clean slate of perception gives each and every one of you the opportunity to begin the process of redefining your own mind and therefore the creative elements that go into manufacturing the conditions that you experience as your life while living in this physical dimension until you come to the understanding that it is not necessary. That existing in a physical dimension is but a simple journey and more like a recreational journey. This is what being in this world is. It's a recreational journey. And so I offer this simple process to you to begin to differentiate from the sensations of your body, that your body is not the locus or center of your identity, that your thinking mind, your memories are not the locus of your identity any more than your physical body is, but that you as awareness, in contemplating that you are awareness, independent of your thinking mind, independent of the sensations of the body, in that position of contemplation, you begin to awaken, to pull back from subjectivity to the identity that the mind and body have you enshrined in. And you have the opportunity then to dynamically transform your mind and body from the perspective of awareness, because it is very difficult to organize your mind from within itself, that when you think you are the thoughts, it is very difficult to differentiate yourself if you believe that what I'm thinking is who I am. It's very difficult then to make any real lasting changes in the expression of your existence or in the conditions of your environment. This is the time of the great awakening, and it is given unto every single soul upon this physical world to rise up to the awareness, to the estate of the divine within themselves, or to simply play again another cycle of birth and rebirth, which can be very beautiful and wonderful in and of itself if you have the wherewithal and the knowledge of how to create. But one cannot create until they know they are a creator. And within the confines of your mind, many of you find yourself in difficulties, unable to resolve them, because you cannot resolve the conditions of your life from within the conditions that sustain it. You must step outside of your mind. You must step away from the sensation of the body. Repose yourself in silence, simply observing and experiencing yourself, being aware. Continue to contemplate in this fashion sufficiently enough that you begin to differentiate between the conditional information of your mind and the unconditional nature of your creative capabilities as a soul. That you also allow yourself to differentiate from the sensations of the body, so that you will no longer remain subjective to it. This is the simplest and easiest explanation that can be presented at this time for beginning to rearticulate the transformation of your own life, your own mind, and your own body by learning to differentiate yourself from them. You may call the process meditation, if you will. You may even call it contemplation. But whatever you will call it, to step back from the seduction of your senses, to step away from the confines of your thinking mind, to return to the awareness, being aware as you are awareness. In these simple extractions of yourself from the body, from the mind, you'll begin to awaken to the natural state of peace and calm that exists within the confines of your own being. The peace, the joy, the love you seek is in the confines of your own being. And this is not to be considered as some egoic thing where you think your mind and body makes you more special than others. No, this is a self-revelation that allows you to experience directly what you are as a soul. The nature and origins of your own being cannot be explored until you learn to differentiate yourself sufficiently enough from the sensations of the body and the distractions of the mind. When you have sufficiently been able to distinguish yourself from your mind and body, you will begin to open the doorway to pursuing the source and origins of your own existence. But until that time, at least begin to embark on the journey sufficiently enough that you begin to differentiate between the sensations of the body and the distractions of your thoughts in your mind, the thinking mind, as you call it, to become aware that you are aware independent of mind and sensation, that you are independent of mind and sensation. And only from that perspective can you begin to affect change in mind, so that you affect change in your creative experience in this physical dimension. I will leave this communication at this, and we will move over to questions and considerations at this time. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another brand new, beautiful day. Remember, that's what we are. We're in a brand new, beautiful day. Isn't that amazing? That every single day that you open your eyes is brand new. Unless, of course, you're living in your mind and you're remembering the past or you're anticipating a future, then you're going to think, oh, it's the same stuff, different day, right? You don't want to do that. You want to wake up. Wakey, wakey. Good morning. Hi. Good to see you. So we'll scroll back up here. Yeah. Thank you so much. Good morning. We have a question on YouTube from Vertical Connection. This one friend always mocked my spirituality. Now she wants to reconnect and has sent a third party to let me know. Has she potentially changed her attitude towards my beliefs? What does it matter what her attitude towards your beliefs are? It is your own attitude towards your beliefs that is vastly more important than what anyone else would ever consider in terms of their beliefs about yours. Why would you place the valuations of yourself into the hands of another individual who you already have identified as recognizing that they do not have favorable understanding of what you believe, which tells me quite simply that you have not established sufficient faith in your own beliefs as to realize that they are unassailable, irrespective of what anyone else will say or do. That you can be affected emotionally by a person that disagrees with your beliefs in such a way simply indicates that you do not fully understand and establish or accept your own beliefs as valid. Wow, that's pretty trippy. Good morning. Is Damien my baby's dad? Wow, that's a yeah. I'm not sure you want to know the. I got an immediate no for that. I got an immediate no for that. Hi. How do you get out of a rut? Same everyday thing. If you were listening to Master Saint Germain just before he finished there, then you'll understand. The only reason you're in the same rut every day is because you got the same thinking going on every moment, and you're remembering it or you're expecting it. Most people live in a past, present, or a future past. That's how most people live. They never live in the present moment. So to get out of your rut right away, right now, like take a slow, deep breath, relax the body, and then take another slow, deep breath and bring your mind to a place where it's still and quiet. Just stop your thinking mind and pull your attention away from your thinking mind. It's easier to do if you're by yourself and you can breathe slowly and deeply. The easiest way is come and take our masterclass series. Go sign up for our masterclass series. Starts March the 6th. Take our masterclass series. You will learn how to transcend subjectivity to your own mind. You will. You will learn how to get out of that rut. You'll realize you are not the rut. You're not the rut. But yeah, go sign up for the masterclasses. Because the only reason you're stuck in a rut is because you're stuck in a thinking mind that keeps you there. You're not your mind. You're not your body. You are a soul. Remember that. Well, I think you got that already, darling. Somebody's asking if there's anything that they need to hear and know. I think Master Saint Germain said that for you, right there. Again, if you've been listening to what was said, you'll understand that you cannot get into a change in your life unless you learn how to get out of your mind. You know, it's really important that you learn how to get out of your mind sufficiently enough to remember the beautiful you that you are, because most people believe they are the body, that this is who you are. This is not who you are. The body is not who you are. The body is the instrument through which you articulate a creative expression of your being, right? And your mind, I mean, he said it best. The body's like a movie projector, and your mind is like the film that's running through that projection system, and you are the light that projects through the mind, and then whatever's in the mind gets projected into your world as your experiences. And again, you'll learn all about this in the masterclass series. Go sign up for them. Hi, good to see you. I got it. Thank you so much. Next new day is amazing. That's very true. Good morning from California. Good morning from Mexico. Will Teo and I reconcile soon? I'm being told to tell you that ought not to be your most important consideration as much as you believe that your happiness would depend upon this other individual, the more prudent course of action would be to bring yourself to a state of peace within you, to not make your peace and happiness dependent upon the events and circumstances of the world around you, but to make your peace and happiness a function of your creative consciousness, that you know you can create beautiful, good, loving, kind relationships, that you do not need to wait for someone to be good and kind and loving to you. You can be good and kind and loving and attract that to yourself, right? There's somebody else who wants to come into your life, by the way. There's someone else that wants to come into your life, but your attachment to this person is like holding a door closed to that. You want to let go of your attachment to that individual. Thank you. Yeah. A question from Loretta. Oh, wow. Hang on. Before Loretta, just a second. Mary's asking, is there a message from Babaji, guides, or ancestors? Yeah, actually, there is. Mary, I'm being told to tell you, you need to sit in the center of the lotus. Go to a place where you cannot be disturbed by the human world. Go to the place where you will not be disturbed. It is a little more difficult in the civilization that you are in, but it is not impossible. There are places you can find that are very isolated from the human world, sufficient enough that you can begin to contemplate yourself as you are. You must remove yourself from the world sufficiently enough, and then you'll understand what it is you have just asked for. Well, thank you, Mary. Now back to Loretta here. Are there any messages for me about my best friend Patricia, who is 88 and is nearing the end of her life? Please pray for a peaceful transition for her. You can help her with that. When you go and see her next time, let her know. Let her know she's going to be perfectly safe, that there's an outcome to this that will be good for her. She needs to know. It's no coincidence that she's leaving in her 88th year. You know, there's 88 keys in the piano too, right? 88 is a very powerful number. Assure her that she will not be alone in her transition. If you can be with her, that would be ideal. But you need to let her know it's okay for her to take this step. As frightening as it may be, tell her she's got nothing to fear. She has absolutely nothing to fear. You need to tell her that. Because again, the body ceasing to function is not the end of your existence. Please tell her this. She has nothing to fear. Give her permission to leave. Give her permission. Let her know it's okay for her to leave. And if you can, get those that love her to likewise do the same, to let her know she doesn't have to hold on for them anymore. She is free to go in love and grace. She's free to go in love and grace. She is free to go in love and grace. And that is what she will do. Wow. Thank you so much. We got a Facebook user here saying, "Hi, William. I had a really bad fall on the pavement and I'm in a lot of pain with my ribs. I've called on everybody to help. What is your advice, please?" Okay, what I'm getting to tell you right now and immediately is to allow yourself to feel the pain. Because remember, the natural tendency is to try and stop the pain and stop the hurt. We want you to do the opposite. Allow yourself to feel the pain. Allow yourself to feel the pain and stay close to it, lovingly close to it. Do not attack it. Do not judge it. Do not push it away. Bring yourself to the pain gently and compassionately. Allow the pain to be alive. Allow it to have its existence. Be lovingly present with it. Take a slow, deep breath right now. Allow yourself to feel the pain. Don't deny it. Don't suppress it. Simply be a loving presence for that pain. You may use these words if it will support the process. You may use these words no matter how much pain you feel. I love you. And even if you feel more pain, I love you. No matter what you feel, I love you. Stay with your pain in this fashion. Do not attack, nor defer, nor deny its existence, for it is simply saying, I have been hurt, and I need your love. And what else could you offer that which suffers but your love? What else would you suffer that which suffers but your love? Do this now. Go as close. Allow the pain to be present. Accept it as it is. I accept you as you are, and I love you as you are. I will not deny you. I will not forsake you. Stay present with this in this fashion, and you will see and know what you will see and know. Can I trust my unborn child? I strongly feel the soul. For me, it's important. Listen, it's not just trusting the child. It's allowing yourself to love the child, allowing yourself to love the child as it is, You see, children, in fact, all of you came into this world in an exquisite trust. Every single soul came into this world in exquisite trust and surrender. You were open to all the things that came into you, and you trusted it. Be that trust for your child. Be that trust for your child. Your child is already in trust. Let them know that you are here. You are here to love them, cherish them, guide them, and honor them. Let them know this. Let them know what you are becoming their caregiver for. Why are you becoming their caregiver? To love, to honor, to guide. To love, to honor, to guide. Wow, really simple too. Hi guys. Lauren's asking, my other brother, Michael's twin, now has to have second open heart surgery. May I have a message for him and light and love? Yeah, listen. People's bodies are not lying. It's funny, so many people don't realize that your thinking mind, what you eat, what you drink, what you think, affects the body. And yes, the surgery will go very well for him, okay? But he's going to have to change some of his lifestyle choices, not just the ones of what he consumes, but what he thinks. But the surgery will go very well for him, right? The surgery will go well for him. But he's still going to have to make the changes, because if he doesn't make changes, then another problem will arise. Another problem will arise if he doesn't make changes. Surgery's a useful tool in times, but it's only to be used as a stopgap until you understand that your body cannot lie to you. Your body cannot lie to you. ever. Your body's incapable of lying to you. And so it's important you listen to it. If it's not feeling good, it's only a few things that will cause your body not feel good. What you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're doing, what you're thinking. Well, that's 4. But those 4 things you are doing in error if your body is suffering. Those 4 things you are doing in error if your body is suffering. Hi, guys. What was the message I saw? Flocks of birds in the sky while I was on the balcony last week. Don't read anything into it. You were given a chance to wonder in the beauty of God. Quite simply, He just sent a flock to you. He sent a flock to you to observe and bear witness to the wonder of that flock, which you did. If you want to add some other meaning to it, you may choose to do so, but that will simply confuse you, as the nature of your question demonstrates. But if you had truly understood the moment of what was offered to you, the beauty of the flock in that moment, if you understand that that was what you needed to hear, what you needed to know, to understand the beauty of the moment, then you would be not concerned or wondering about this many days later. When you truly understand the beauty of the present moment, there will be no question as to why events are happening as they're happening for any of you. Good morning. Does my sister have a bad entity attached to her? If so, how do I help her? Yes, she does, but understand that the entity attached to her can be easily liberated if she makes a couple of changes in her style and what she's choosing to consume. She's got to change 2 things. The repetitive negative thought process she's got going in her mind, that undercurrent of negativity has to be changed. And once you change the frequency, it'll change how those entities can attach themselves or get detached from you. When you shift your energy from fear to love, those lower vibrational entities cannot interact with you. When you shift your energy from fear to love, lower vibrational entities can't remain attached to you. So get her to eat differently, get her to go out and ground, get her to drink water, maybe go on a fast for a few days, but get her to do something that puts her in a position where her vibration of her body and the vibrations of her mind, the thoughts she's having, go up. They cannot be attached to you when you're not tuned into their energy. So whatever that thinking process is. Again, I've got some man that's involved in this. There's some man involved in this with her. Whoever this man that's involved in it is partly due to the time and reason she's got some of this thinking stuff going on in her mind. So whoever this guy is, he's influencing her thinking mind to stay in that frequency that allows this being to stay connected to her energetically. Somebody asked about, before I'd even heard about this whole event in Miami a couple weeks ago, there was somebody that asked a question, what happened in Miami? I had no idea what they were talking about when they said all I heard was that they were multidimensional beings. And there are many different dimensions intersecting with this one right now. Positive ones and not so positive ones. So it's very important that you learn to articulate your mind deliberately and consciously in terms of what it will think and what you'll give attention to, and what vibrational state you keep your body in by what you eat, by what you drink, how you sleep, how you engage the activity of your body. Do you engage it fully and joyfully? It's important because you want to keep your vibration higher, not lower, because there's lots of different elements of consciousness intersecting with this earthly plane right now. Got that. Makeup Fun is asking, I dreamt of a demon. It kept growing. It kept growling at me. I said, I am of God's white light. Then a huge eagle appeared, and then I saw a tall man with big wings. He looked like Archangel Hercules, meaning it was Archangel Michael, not Hercules. It was Archangel Michael. When you shift your frequency, you start to perceive these other higher vibrational beings. So what she just described there, this person just described there, is in this dream state, this lower vibrational entities coming to them. They assert that I'm God's child of light. That statement in and of itself is a shift in frequency, as all thought, all words are frequencies. That shift in her frequency aligned her to the vibrational energy of Archangel Michael, which in turn displaced or disconnected her from the frequency of the lower vibrational entity. As that's a natural thing. When you can change your frequency, that's what happens. Good morning. Hi. Why do I continue seeing signs and synchronizations after multiple cord cuttings? A lot of you guys are talking about cord cuttings, and it's a really good thing to do. It's a good visualization. And again, anything that you do that liberates you from negative energy, anything you do that liberates your body and liberates your mind from lower vibrational energy will automatically connect you to higher frequencies of communication. Guides, angels, ascended masters, multidimensional beings on higher frequencies will connect you when you shift your energy deliberately and precisely. Cord cutting is useful, but again, you can literally release all negative attachments in a single breath if you know that you're actually doing that. If you're intending that with a single breath, I'm going to release all negative, lower vibrational energies, and I'm going to draw in with my in-breath a frequency of love, compassion, and energy. Again, I highly encourage you to sign up for our 101 Masterclass, which begins March the 6th. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. Sign up for that class. You will learn how to do all those things to release old energies from your system, connect to your guides and angels and ascended masters that you're able to at this point of time and space. Ella, will Gabriel commit to me when I come back? Not with that fear. You have to let go of your fear about that. Release your fear. Let go of your fear. If you're holding any fear around it, you're going to create what you fear, not what you want. Really simple. Truth is always a breath of fresh air to me. Yeah, me too. Go to website for masterclasses. Yeah, williammichaelforbes.com. And just go into the shop and you'll see all the upcoming masterclasses that we have. But I highly recommend the upcoming masterclass 101, which begins in March. If you're more advanced and you're already well versed in the spirit realm and you've already connected your guides and angels, you may want to engage in some of our advanced courses, 102, 103, and 104, which 103 is now in session. 104 is coming up in about 3 weeks' time. 104 is on yes, transcendence.
103 can still join.
Yeah, the 103 people can apparently still join. Can anyone become a medium? Everyone is and has the capabilities for mediumship. Whether or not they're innately willing to develop it or not is another thing. You're asking the question because you want to know if you can. Yes, there are processes that anybody can go through to awaken the internal faculties that allow you to perceive and receive information from the non-physical dimensions. These faculties are called clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. These 4 faculties allow you to perceive without eyes, hear without ears, know without information from the world, and feel without any form of feeling. You get to feel the energy from different realms of information. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. These are the non-physical senses that you as a soul possess. They lay dormant for most people because the world you came into has trained you and got you fixated on the 5 physical senses. So you became crippled in the sense that you didn't get a chance to develop those internal non-physical faculties that would allow you to perceive the spirit realm. Most people are stuck or trapped in the 5 physical senses. So when you learn to activate those internal senses, you can begin to perceive realms of information outside what you know from this physical dimension. But yes, anyone that so desires to become a medium may choose to do that. Everyone receives guidance in some form or another. Everyone receives guidance in some form or another. Everyone. How do I connect more with my mediumship skills? Sign up for our masterclass 101, starts in March, WilliamMichaelForbes.com. You will learn a step-by-step process to activate, to learn how to sense and connect to your guides, your angels, ascended masters, and other multidimensionals that may wish to interact with you as an individual at this point. Again, just like you learned how to read and write and study, do arithmetic, how you learn to do things in the physical world, there is a non-physical world of which you're a part. You are part of a non-physical world and you're part of a physical world. Most people are so fixated on the physical world that the non-physical world goes undiscovered. And you want to learn to go inside. And in our masterclass, we take you through a series of steps, progressively learning how to sense, to know, to feel, to understand, to comprehend, to activate these inner senses, right? But everybody can learn to do this if that's your desire, if you really feel a need to do that. Some people just need to learn to master their mind and body differently. But mediumship is like any other skill. Like you learn, if you want to become an auto mechanic, you go and you do certain things, you study certain things to learn to be an auto mechanic. Mediumship, you study certain things and you learn certain things to become a medium. And there's a learning process and a learning curve. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be nervous and anxious because you may not have done it before. Just like taking on any new job or any new endeavor, there's going to be some nervousness and anxiousness because you lack the experience and skill to give you that's necessary for the confidence that you need after you perfected it. But once you've done something sufficiently enough, then lo and behold, you'll be able to do it. Whether it's an auto mechanic or being a spiritual medium, both of these skills are able to be developed. Yes. Got that. I like that. I'm going to scroll up here. Bianca's asking, my best friend and I have 5 hours live 5 hours apart, and this morning messaged one another at the same time that we have been having nightmares about one another. I'm not sure what your question is, but the energy that I get from that is, yeah. Okay. So you guys what you both need to do is you both need to spend 10 minutes a day being centered in love and feeling the connection of love that exists between you. 10 minutes a day, do that for a week, and any form of nightmares will stop. Okay? For about a week, just do that. Just go inside, be in a state of love, but choose to do it together at the same time. Say, we're going to do it at this time every day for 10 minutes, and just be in a state of love for 10 minutes towards each other. So you clear that pathway of energy. So there's only a connection of love, right? Because you got somebody trying to interfere with you guys, some interference going on. That'll put it to a stop pretty quickly. Someone's asking, what more can I do to assist birds and wildlife during this time of artificial extreme cold? Thank you. Yes. Well, listen, the birds, I mean, think about the birds. It's an amazing thing. You know, in Canada right now, it's pretty cold up there. And we lived in this building that they had these bushes all on the side of the house, and it'd be like minus 20, minus 30 sometimes. And these tiny little birds would be alive all through the winter. They'd be sitting in those bushes. Nature, what's the biblical statement? Not a sparrow shall fall that my Father doth not know, but everything is happening in divine order. This planet is going through massive changes. Just continue doing what you're doing for the birds, the way you're doing it, because the planet is changing. The planet is changing geologically, sociologically, physically. Everything is changing. And humanity's collective unconsciousness is playing a role in what we see. The planet is beginning to wobble, right, on its axis. Just like humanity is wobbling with its values of love and fear, we're wobbling as a species. And what we feel and think as a species is affecting the electrical field of the planet because we exchange information between ourselves and the world around us all the time. And I'm told that the collective unconsciousness of humanity has become more fear-centered than love-centered. And as a result, we've seen an imbalance now happening in the climate. Contrary to what your world leaders and politicians say, global warming is not because of our mechanical industries. Global cooling is not because of our mechanical industries. These polarities of extremes are due in part to human collective unconsciousness emotionally interacting with conditions of time, space, and matter. We are influencing the world around us by what we think and feel individually and collectively. It's that simple. You don't need to create carbon taxes and all kinds of nonsense and gobbledygook programs to correct this. You just have to change your consciousness. Yeah, good question. I'm just going through questions here, folks. No, he won't. Will my hermit phase end? Will I be able to live my life fully again? If I tune into you, again, the very nature of calling it something, if you define yourself in terms of that I am in a hermit phase, then you define yourself in terms of being in a hermit phase, and you are now in that phase, deeply entrenched in that conceptual energy. The question is, do you want to enter into a phase of assisting humanity? Do you want to assist humanity? Do you want to move from the hermit phase to the phase of I'm here to assist, empower, and uplift humanity to a higher expression of itself? Do you want to go into service? This is the question. All the great mystics who have gone into that hermit phase eventually came to the understanding that they were here to serve, to share the wisdom, the knowledge of the spirit of the divine, allowing it to move freely through them onto the hearts and minds of other human beings. Are you willing to now engage in such a process, to offer yourself in service to humanity, to let that light of love within you shine upon others and not simply bask in that individually for yourself? I think that was a pretty good answer. Yeah, that was Master Saint. We're with Master Saint Germain today, if anybody's asking. Again, everybody wants to know their purpose, and you know you have a purpose because this question's been coming up a lot in the stream right now. What is my purpose? And ultimately, your purpose is to learn what is your function of love and creation. What is your function of love and creation? And the challenge so many of you are having, and why so many people are so frustrated and upset. What am I here for? Why am I here? A lot of people ask that question, why am I here? And the reason you don't know is because you're so caught up in what the world has taught you to believe, you've forgotten who you are. You're disconnected from who you truly are. And you might be an incredible gifted artist. You might be a musician. You might be a teacher. You might be deeply desirous of becoming a mother or a father. You may be an architect. But every single one of you came into this world with a function, a gift to offer humanity that is unique to you in the way in which you would offer it. But in order to get back or to return to your purpose, it's important that you understand how to get back to who you are, because who you are knows your purpose. But in the confines of your mind, your thinking mind, in the confines, entrapped and enraptured by the sensations of your body, you are disconnected from your purpose. And most of what is in your mind is not even yours and is not truthful to who you are. And so you must learn to go within, to go away from the thinking mind, to go internal, to reconnect yourself. I've already said this earlier, to get disconnected from the distraction of the sensations of your body, to go within, to step away from the thinking mind, to return yourself to the awareness that you are, to be aware that you are aware. And in that place where you are disconnected from the locus of the mind and the body, in that place you can begin to remember who you are. And in that place you can begin to receive guidance from that which made you. Just as you can direct the arms or legs to go hither and thither, just as you can direct the mind to think upon that or think upon this, you can allow yourself to be directed by an intelligence that can direct you, but you cannot be successfully directed by a mind that is made up from this world that you did not choose to have. And you cannot choose to know what your purpose here if you're distracted by the senses of the body. And so you must come back to that place of being where you are aware that you are aware, undistracted by thought, undistracted by memory, undistracted by the senses of the body. You rest in this place of awareness. You rest patiently. And in there you wait for your purpose to be revealed to you, for it will be revealed to you. It may be revealed quite quickly. From the perspective of your mind and your body, you may wish to consider the possibility that you may have a great love for something that you want to do in this world, as I've said, to write, to teach, to heal, to be a parent, to be a contributor to the structures that you live in. You may have very simple creative expression as well. But each and every one of you knows you came here with a purpose. And your most important focus should be to remember what that is, to connect to that. The distractions of the world can keep you from the truth of who you are. And so you go through your life thinking you're never going to find it, going through your life feeling despair and hopelessness, not because you are despair and hopelessness, but because you are disconnected from the very nature of what you are. And your mind keeps you distracted from who you are, and the body keeps you distracted from who you are. And you do not need to get rid of your mind and body to try and find who you are. You simply need to place your mind and body into a state where they are no longer distracting you, where you can be in that delicious place within you, that delicious place that is you. And in there you can receive guidance and information that the world is not able to provide you with. You live in many worlds, each of you. You live in the world of flesh. You live in the world of thought. You live in the world of perception. You live in many worlds. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Mary's just saying master classes begin in March. Sign up. They're life transforming. They really are. Daniel's asking, Daniela is asking, I feel the finger long swelling in my right abdomen is receding. Can you confirm? Yes, I can confirm that it is receding. This thing that was said to somebody a little earlier about being present with your suffering lovingly, to allow the parts of you that suffer to be accepted by you lovingly. It's a difficult thing for most people to consider, that if you got an ache or a pain in your body, most people just want to get rid of it. But your body is always going to tell you the truth. Your body will never lie to you. It's impossible for your body to lie to you. And it will only communicate to you through the resources of its own capabilities, pain and pleasure. If your body is in pain, it's because there's something that is not being done right for it or to it. Maybe you're not exercising enough, you're not eating properly, you're not hydrated properly enough. Maybe you got thoughts and ideas in your mind that affect your body and scare it. Maybe your thinking mind and your imagination are terrorizing your body. Lots of people have so much garbage in their minds about movies, shows like The Walking Dead and things like that. The Game of Thrones, all these shows that perpetuate horrors and terrors in your mind. And your body cannot distinguish between that illusion and reality. Your body doesn't have that capability. You'll learn all of this stuff. Everything you hear Master Saint Germain talking about, everything you hear coming through this channel is taught in our masterclass series. You will learn it, you'll understand it, and your life will be transformed. It's not a difficult process. You don't have to spend years and years and years trying to find out what's going to make you happy. You can learn very quickly in a very short period of time how to change your consciousness. Yeah, somebody's asking, do my spirit guides have any advice for me in terms of me manifesting my reality? Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, done. Feel the joy of its completion here and now. Awaken with it, knowing you are in it now. Feel it now. Be in the feeling of it now. You are still in the anticipation of it, which keeps it in the future. Feel it now, now, now. The fairies like working with you. That was really cool fairy energy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the likes, guys. Really appreciate it. Oh, that's wonderful. Somebody says, I gave my mother permission to go. That's wonderful. You know, a lot of people, we hold on. People that are physically leaving the body, souls that are leaving the body, will sometimes hang on and hang on and hang on because they're afraid of several things. They're afraid that you might not be okay if they leave, and they're afraid of what's going to happen when they leave. And when you can relieve people of their fear of death, something wonderful can happen for both of you. Such a wonderful thing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Such a blessing to give. I was fortunate enough to be able to give my father that, my biological father, that is, when he was on his bed and he was leaving. And I just said to him, "You do not owe me anything. You don't owe anybody anything. You are completely free to go. There's no reason you have to be here. I love you." And literally watched these little sparks of light come out of the forehead. He's just spiraled up and the soul left the body. It was an amazing, blessed moment. You know, when you don't hold people or don't keep them here by fear, because we get so attached to people thinking they are just a body. You know, just because you leave the body doesn't mean you leave existence. You don't leave existence. Thank you so much for sharing that. Hi guys, good to see you today. Anything from my little sister? She passed away a few years back. She just showed me a hopscotch. She's saying you're not playing enough. You have to get more playful. She wants you to get more playful. She just, yeah, like she's doing hopscotch in front of me, and she's saying, tell her to play. Play, play, play. You have to play more. Get into play more, please. Please, please, please. Get into play more. She wants you to play more. Somebody's asking, how can I get my taste buds back and sense of smell? I did not have that. Okay, well. You know, you need to get away from the senses. You're being called to go inward, okay? Yes. I got the energy. Yes. I got the energy of this being with me that wants me to tell you, you must pull yourself away from the senses, go within, come back home, go within. They've been trying to get you to go inside. I don't know if you meditate much. You need to learn to meditate if you don't. You need to go inside. They're telling me that you become too obsessed with your body. You become so obsessed with your body that you're disconnected from your soul, right? You're so obsessed with it. You need to go inside. You need to reconnect to your soul. Right now, don't place so much importance on the physical dimension. Go inside. They're telling me to tell you that there's a purpose and a reason for your being. These events did not happen to make you uncomfortable. They happened to take your attention from the distractions that they provided you with. Go within. You need to get the proper sense of what is true within you, not to be distracted by your body any further. If you don't know how to meditate, you need to learn. And it's not a complex, difficult science. It's really simple. Yep. Our Masterclass 102, you learn specifically how to teach your body and mind to go into a state of meditation, at least the basic stages, so you'll be able to get into a state of well-being that is not available to you at present. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for the hearts. Really appreciate it. Always happy to catch you live. Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you so much. Is my karmic relationship with Izzy over, or is he coming back? If you've let go of that karma, Ezra, you need to, as long as you got a connection to him, you're asking the question, you're inviting this back. As long as you've got that question, you're connected to that energy. Let it go. Let that feeling of that discomforted feeling that's connected to your question, let that feeling go. Let it go. Don't hold on to emotional energies that do not serve you, right? Again, our Masterclass 102 will show you how to release old emotions from your mind and body, right? A lot of people carry emotions from previous relationships and previous lifetimes, and they relive them here and recreate them here. It's a real way of keeping yourself stuck in the past. Peggy's asking, how do you control yourself when you're out walking? What if someone wants a message for someone on earth? And thank you for the class and answers. I'll catch you next time. I can't be here for the question I asked. That's quite okay. But her question is very, very interesting. Because I've often been out and I get guidance that will come in and I'm inclined to give a person information. It doesn't always happen, but there have been numerous instances where I'm guided to give. I walk up to somebody and say, tell them this. Your grandmother needs you to know this right now, or your grandfather needs to know this, or Ascended Master Saint Germain wants to say this to you, or you got these beings called fairies that want to work with you and get you to work in different minds. Sometimes you will be compelled to give people messages. It's not always the case. You have to learn to use discernment with that. Learn to use discernment. And you're welcome.
Sometimes they look at you crazy.
Yeah, I get that too. My wife is just saying that sometimes people look at me crazy when I go up and say, excuse me, but your grandmother's saying don't go out with that boy you're about to start dating. Don't do it. What are you saying? Strange old guy with the white hair? Right. I think we're through that one. Okay, wonderful. Will I be a successful coach? Can I change my life around? Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, yes, and yes. If you were, watch this. This is really a simple one. I'm being told to give this to you right now. A really simple thing is, if you were already a successful life coach and your life is the way you want it to be right now, let's just consider that. Just give that as a consideration. Your life is already the way you want it to be right now. And you have everything you want in your life that you want in your life right now. In considering that thought, where do you feel it in your body? That feeling of, I'm a really successful coach. I have a beautiful home, wonderful cars. I got money in the bank. I got great people. I'm doing the thing I love. Where does that feeling live in your body? You want to connect to where the feeling lives in your body. And then every time you think of that, I'm already successful, feel it in your body. Because in order for something to manifest in our lives, it has to have an emotion. It has to have an energy. Emotion causes the body, the physical world, to react. Think of any movie you've ever watched that you got excited watching the movie, or you got sad watching the movie, or you got scared watching the movie. Anything that causes an emotion will cause a reaction in the physical world. So you want to connect to the emotion in your body, connect in your body the emotion of where it feels, I am a successful coach. My life is exactly as I need it to be. Where is that energy in your body? And to repeatedly have those thoughts and repeatedly connect them to that emotion in the body and keep building that energy up. The more emotion you build up, the more reaction will happen in the environment. Every event in your life is connected to an emotion that you hold in your body. Every event in your life is connected to an emotion you hold in your body and the thoughts that correspond to it in your mind. The moment you can begin to change those, you start to create your life. And that's a really fun, exciting, and beautiful thing to do. Oh, there we are. Do I see marriage for you and your current partner? I get an immediate yes for that. I get woo, wedding bells. A lot of good stuff going to happen. Yes, yes, yes. Be faithful, be loyal, both of you. I got that. GM coach, I have one son. He is 8 years old, and I've been trying to get pregnant. Will I ever get pregnant? Okay, if you're wanting to get pregnant, the body's not going to get pregnant for a reason. The body cannot lie to you. The body cannot lie to you. Nobody's body can lie to them. And if your body's not allowing itself to get pregnant, there's a reason for it. You need to find out what is the resistance. What in my mind, conscious or subconscious mind, is in resistance to this, or what in your partner's mind is in resistance to having another child. Because there has to be something that's telling the body, and the body's saying, no, I'm not going to do this. There's something going on that conditions or trains the body to be resistant to that. The body can't lie to you. It clearly doesn't want to have any children at this time for some reason. And until the reason for not wanting to have children is addressed, the body won't do it. So once you address that reasoning, again, you can always book a reading with me. Book a one-on-one reading with me. And if you want to get to the bottom of what is going on with why your body is not allowing itself to get pregnant, if you really want to do that, then book a one-on-one reading with me. Go to my Linktree bio in my TikTok page and go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and book a one-on-one reading. And we'll get to the bottom of that. Your guides, your angels, the ascended masters will tell you what you need to get connected to liberate that resistance from within the body. Because the body was only going to do what it's programmed to do. It's a great question. It's a real wonderful, noble pursuit. The body does not lie to us. Will I break completely from the past with a narc? Will I be a successful coach? Yeah, I think we got that already. Can I make it without the antidepressants, or shall I continue? I want, first of all, I've been down that road of antidepressants. I was under psychiatric care for about 4 years when I was very young, between ages 14 and 17. And it's a very difficult path if you don't understand what you need to do. And I want to say to you, my heart is with you. The depression the thing that you don't like, that doesn't feel so good, that part of you needs you to be loving towards it. Now, I'm not a medical professional. I can't offer any medical advice, but I can speak from my own personal experience that when I finally was given the guidance that the parts of myself that were in pain, in depression, in anxiety, that those parts of myself needed me to stop attacking them and stop ignoring them and stop hating them, that I need to actually get close to them, lovingly close to my anxiety, lovingly close to my depression. I had to learn to do that. And when I started caring about the part of me that was sad and depressed, and I started caring about the part of me that was anxious and afraid, they started to heal. So we're so trained to get away from things that aren't comfortable that we'll do anything to get rid of our discomfort now. And the existing system of health loans itself to trying to give you ways of changing your biochemistry so that you don't have to feel certain feelings. But those feelings need you to love them. Again, our 102 Masterclass loans itself to teaching people how to get connected to your negative emotions in a loving way, to learn how to transform, transcend, and transmute the suffering that you hold inside your body, right? Your depression isn't who you are. Your anxiety is not who you are. There are aspects of your being that are afraid and scared and need love, compassion, and kindness in order for them to begin to heal, right? And I know my depression and my anxiety was very intense. It was intense enough that I became a drug user and alcoholic for a number of years. So I understand how powerful the urge to want to get rid of your pain and suffering can be. But the part of you that's in pain and suffering is the part of you that needs you to come to it with your love, your compassion, your patience, your kindness. And whatever grace I have to offer you personally, I offer to you now, that you might find that you are strong enough to love the darkest parts of yourself, that you are strong enough to be compassionate and patient with that part of you that is in pain, that you are strong enough and patient enough to be there for those parts of your body and mind that need you, right? And God willing, that you will be pulling into your life people that will be like that with you as well, people that will love you and cherish you and honor you, even in spite of your weaknesses. Thank you so much for sharing that. Wow, I saw a giant eagle in a purple robe in a meditation the other day. It's beautiful, eh? Wonderful. Yeah, getting some Master Saint Germain dropping into your life too, eh? He loves the violet fire, which is the violet fire, which a lot of people donate as the color violet, is actually a frequency of transformative energy. That's what the violet fire is. It's a frequency of transformative energy that anyone can learn to use, right? You are a transformer, by the way. Every one of you is a transformer of frequency. Every single one of you is a transformer of frequency. Thank you so much for that gift. I really appreciate it. What is it that she says? I am a child of God's divine white light. Yes. Yes, you are. And it shines through you. And when you can let it shine through you, and you can be that, if you can be that divine white light for your mind and your body and your emotions that are troubling you, if you can be a loving light to the parts of you that suffer, you'll be amazed at how you will suddenly reveal to yourself that you are a transformer of your own conditions. You are a beautiful being, and I hope you begin to see that. If you understood, as you begin to understand who you are, you'll realize you are so much more than the world has taught you that you are. Have a beautiful day, Benjamin. Thank you so much. Hugh is asking, could Master Saint Germain answer if I am one of the ones who feel like they are drowning in the coming months? Another channeler said some people will feel like they are drowning. Huey, listen, you do not have to drown. You can be a rock of love and grace instead and allow the waters that are coming to wash over and around you and be unmoved by your love. Be unmoved by your love. So when you feel the energies, these lower vibrational energies that are on the planet right now, and you recognize all the things, and you can be a rock of love to all of these, you shall not feel drowned nor overwhelmed at all. You will feel uplifted. You will not feel drowned. You will feel uplifted in the function of your active love. That is the key, to be a function of love in the present moment, that no harm shall come nigh thee. When you establish that you are a function of love in the present moment, no harm shall come nigh thee. None. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Why do I feel like a door has recently opened to our realm, flowing energies like a flood? Again, there's many different types of floods. There's the floods of water on this world. There's the flood of love. There's a flood of fear. You get to decide what flood you're going to ride your boat on, right? The planet is responding to our collective unconsciousness. Please understand this. The planet reacts and responds to your emotional energy collectively and individually. And that you have at your disposal a great opportunity to demonstrate that love or to demonstrate your fear. Either way, the demonstration will be a demonstration of one thing or another, your love or your fear. And collectively, you do this together. There's not one amongst you that cannot participate in this. There's no place you can hide or go that will take you away from your role of participating in this great awakening and ascension that is currently unfolding on this planetary system. Each and every one of you individually has a wonderful opportunity to awaken yourself to your function of love or your function of fear. There is no middle ground, but you have the choice to enact a function of love or a function of fear in your creative process. And every one of you, the nature and quality of your thoughts, how you treat the function of your body. If you're not treating your body very well, it is not a very happy body, and the energy it will emanate will not be good energy. And if you've got a thinking mind that is not thinking very well, then it will emanate not very good energy. But you may shift both mind and body in terms of how you direct them, that you may align yourself to a frequency of love and induce the favorable changes, not only in your own life, but in the collective life of all of you upon this physical dimension. Yes, how spirit guides are with me. Spirit guides are with all of us. How many spirit guides and angels are with me? You have 6 with you right now. Right now, there are 6 with you. It changes too. When people come to this show, different energies come up for different people, right? But it's like anything else. When you get close to like Master Saint Germain or Jesus or Buddha and any of these other ascended masters, you get close to their energy, then your vibration changes, and the beings that can connect with you change as well. When your frequency goes up, who and what you connect to changes. When your frequency goes down, who and what you connect to changes. And once you learn how to control your frequency, some wonderful things start to happen for you. But yeah, you got 6 with you right now. Thank you so much for that, Agape. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I blessings to you as well too, Serge. Yeah, if you want to, I won't get to all your questions today, but if you do have a question that you really want to have answered, you can use the Linktree link on my bio on TikTok and click on that, and you can ask a single question through my PayPal, make a small donation, or you can use the super chat feature if you're on YouTube. There's also a feature apparently now on Facebook. I don't know how that one will work through this streaming software I'm using, but those are the 3 ways that you can have a question asked. I will know that you've asked it. Oh, pardon me. Woo, the earth is shaking. Yeah. Yeah, people don't, yeah. I've got a budgie and a canary, a cockatiel, and I love them. Wonderful. Yeah, animals are wonderful right now. They'll tell you the truth of your energy. Do you see me receiving an inheritance from Sean? I'm getting a yes, no for that. There's some obstacles in the way. So there's more of a delay than that. And I think that's where the no is coming from. There's some form of delay that's come into play. But yes and no. That's correct. Someone's asking, do my spirit guides have any advice for me in terms of me manifesting my reality? Yes, yes, yes. It is important you understand the nature of emotional energy, to understand how you generate, stimulate it, and manufacture it into your mind and body. How you manufacture, create, produce qualities of emotion. The energy of emotion in and of itself cannot be created nor destroyed, but you can alter an emotional energy from one state into another. And in that sense, you are enacting a creation from energy. It becomes very important for you to consider this, that the nature and way in which you create energy will facilitate, inhibit, or delay the function of creation that you seek to manifest in your life right now. That's really cool. Thank you so much. William, would you take a partial payment for the masterclass as long as it's paid before we start? Absolutely. Absolutely. No problem with that whatsoever. If you need to do it like that, absolutely. No worries. Look forward to seeing the class too. It's wonderful. Thank you so much. I have a lot of fun seeing you there. You'll learn a lot. You're going to learn and experience a lot there. I know the gods from the old world in Norway. Why are they reaching out for me? Because their energy is needed. Their energy is needed for you to fulfill what you want to fulfill here. They'll work through you. They'll work with you. I really get, I get a really strong energy from Odin for you, like really strong energy from you. But again, acceptance is key here. Yes. Yeah. Energy of Odin is very strong with you. Yes. Thank you. You want to let their energy work through you, with you. The old gods still exist. There's new gods. There's one God. There's many different variations in reality. Don't get fixated on having to be one way or another. There are many ways. Thank you so much for those little horns. Really appreciate it. Or party favors. My head was on my mother's chest when her heart stopped beating. That was my message to her, stillness. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful that you can be there listening to your mother's heart and to bear witness to her departure in that moment. What a gift. I feel her energy coming in. She is so grateful. There's so much love for you. Your presence with her heart was so important to her. She loves you, and loves you more. She loves you, and loves you more. It's so beautiful. You really helped her with her ascension. You really helped her with her ascension. There's so much gratitude here. It's such a blessing when you have a loved one that understands that it's okay for you to leave. Such a blessing. Thank you so much for sharing that energy with us. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing that with me. No, he's not stuck, Tracy. Your dad is not stuck. She said that. Tracy's saying, I haven't felt my dad after I told him he would be okay. It's okay. He's still okay. He's still okay. He's more concerned about you being concerned. Really important, Tracy, to be grateful. He says he often comes to you when you're asleep, but you don't hear him. He says he comes to you when your body's asleep, but you don't hear him. When you go to sleep tonight, Tracy, when you go to sleep tonight, as you're putting your body to sleep, just say, I'm ready to listen now. I'm ready to hear and listen. As you're going to sleep, I'm ready to hear and I'm ready to listen, Dad. And speak his name. Dad, I'm ready to hear and I'm ready to listen. Okay? Do that before you go to sleep tonight. And have fun. Have fun with your communion. It's a beautiful thing. That's wonderful. Good story. I think we're almost done here, folks. William, as my third eye blocked, I'm having a hard time meditating lately. No, it's not. It's not a blockage. It's not a blockage in the. It's not a blockage in the third eye. You need to move in your meditation. You need to shift your awareness to about 6 inches above the crown chakra. You need to bring your awareness just up here and rest in the space, but don't get caught up by any environmental things. Just let your awareness rest in this space, about 6 inches above the crown chakra. Thank you. 6 inches above the crown chakra, because I know that you're trying to feel it. You've got to go up higher in frequency now, okay? Because you'll see up here. Just do that. You'll see what I'm talking about. In your meditation, bring your awareness from the center to about 6 inches above the crown and just be there for a little while. And you'll see that it's not closed. Your perception has gone higher. Your perception's now going to go higher energetically. Thank you. Excuse me. Wow. I would like to know if there's a message from anyone. I'm not sure who. That's a very general thing, but let's see. I'm being shown an image. I'm being shown an image of a forest. There's a bench that looks upon the forest and a lake to its right. It's important that you go to these places. First, sit on the bench. Feel the space, the energy of nature all around you. Then go to the water and place your hand gently in the water. Feel the energy of the water. Then walk to the forest and go within the trees and feel the energy there. You can, if you wish, perceive us around you as you do this. These are fairy beings. These are beings that are in the dimension of the realm of fairy. They're very small entities that are out of phase to our normal visual perception. But you can feel their energy in going to that place where that bench is. Go to the bench, sit on the bench, walk to the lake, then go to the forest in that sequence. Be mindful of their energy around you. It's a very light, sparkly kind of energy. That's how I experience the fairy energy. It's very light and sparkly. You might experience it differently. Well, guys, I think we're gonna see you guys on Wednesday. I look forward to seeing you then. It's yes. The Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, I highly recommend sign up for the master classes, book a reading with me, get yourself connected to the information that you need, the vibration, the guidance that you're you require in order for you to move forward. I want to wish each and every one of you much love. I want to say have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And I will see you guys on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Shortcuts Your Soul. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. And we'll see you all again. Thank you, Master Saint Germain, and the other beings that were present with us today. Bye, everybody.